The change was announced as a policy decision in Parliament last week. Answering questions from the GSD's Roy Clinton, the Minister for Economic Development, Joe Rossano, said this had been taken because estimated figures cannot be guaranteed to be accurate. The opposition describes the move as a worrying development.
I really cannot accept the argument accuracy. I mean, the gross debt number is a fixed number every month. You know, the financial secretary will know that number, as he will his cash reserves. If he doesn't know that number every month, which he obviously has known that number since we've had the information in the past, if suddenly now he cannot ascertain that number, then I would be worried, rather than accept their explanation.
The opposition is concerned with the decision, saying it limits its ability to hold the government to account and identify potential financial issues.
Well, it's serious because it prevents us from doing the job that we're paid to do on behalf of the taxpayer, and that is to hold the government to account. Now, if they will not give us information, and in fact I was asked by businessmen over the weekend, why won't you give us information? Is there anything wrong? I really cannot say because I don't have the information. The governments run the risk of creating uncertainty of their own making. And no, I'm not scaremongering. It's their own doing. They will not give information. I cannot say whether things are good or bad. It's up to the government to give us that information.
And in your view, this behaviour by government now creating suspicion?
Well, unfortunately, you know, it's human nature. If I don't tell you something, you wonder why you haven't told me. I sincerely hope that there is no reason other than the government wanting to be unhelpful to the opposition, that they're not disclosing this information. At the end of the day, it's information they've given regularly in the past. It's very important information in terms of gross debts and net debts and our cash position. And we need to know what that position is. They, early in the year, raised the limit by 200 million and claimed that they're not going to use it. Are they going to use it now, not tell us until next year? We don't know, because we're not going to get the information until probably June next year when they come up to the budget time.
It's something you feel strongly about, so what steps will the opposition be taking next?
Well, technically, I can obviously continue asking the same questions in every future parliamentary session and just get a repeated no. I may try to rephrase the question in a different way, but at the end of the day, if the government really does not want to give me that information, they won't. And there's nothing much I can do about it. It'll be up to the general public to stop the relevant ministers down Main Street and ask them why collectively as a cabinet they decided as a policy matter not to release this information.
The opposition was clear on the role it believes the community as a whole should have in pressing government on the matter. The issue of the need for transparency more than ever now post-Brexit was also raised.
At a time when we should be more transparent than ever, because we should be reassuring the community that, look, we have managed our public finances well. The situation in Gibraltar is solid. The government basically reverts into behind this curtain of secrecy, and now we can't see what is happening on both sides of the equation.
The opposition believes it's important for the community to know how the government is doing financially and to know what's being done with their money.